There's a moment every creator secretly waits for. Not the upload, not the edit, not even the first few views, but that unpredictable, almost mythical moment when a video breaks out of its usual limits and starts moving differently, faster, wider, reaching people you've never seen before. And from the outside, it looks like magic, like luck, like something that just happened. But from the inside, it's something far more structured, far more precise, and far more repeatable than most people realize. Because what we call viral is not randomness. It's alignment at scale, a perfect intersection between human curiosity, emotional trigger, and algorithmic timing, where your content doesn't just attract attention, it sustains it across different audiences, different behaviors, different levels of interest, and that's what makes it spread. At the core of every viral video is a powerful psychological hook, not just a catchy intro, but a gap. A question, a tension, an incomplete idea that the brain feels compelled to resolve, because humans are wired to seek closure, to complete patterns, to answer unanswered questions, and when your content creates that gap effectively, viewers don't just watch, they stay. And then comes the emotional layer, because information alone rarely spreads, but emotion does. Whether it's surprise, curiosity, shock, inspiration, or even confusion, something inside the viewer has to move, has to react, has to feel something strong enough to continue watching, or even share it with someone else. But here's the part most creators miss. Virality is not just about the first viewer, it's about the second, the third, the thousandth. It's about how your content performs across different types of people, how consistently it triggers curiosity, how reliably it holds attention, how universally it communicates its core idea. And this is where simplicity becomes powerful, not because simple content is easier to make, but because it's easier to understand, easier to process, easier to share. And when a video communicates a clear idea quickly, without friction, without confusion, it travels further because more people get it instantly. At the same time, structure plays a hidden role. Viral videos are rarely random in flow. They are designed, intentionally or instinctively, to keep giving the viewer reasons to stay, small rewards, new information, shifting dynamics, building curiosity layer by layer until the viewer is fully invested. And once that happens, once a viewer watches longer than expected, maybe even replays parts, maybe even shares it, that behavior sends strong signals to the algorithm, signals that say, this content is working. And the platform responds by pushing it to a slightly larger audience, and if the same pattern continues, the reach expands again. This creates a chain reaction, a loop where performance feeds visibility and visibility feeds performance. And suddenly, what started as a normal upload becomes something bigger, something faster, something that grows beyond your usual limits. And this is the moment creators often describe as blowing up. But here's the deeper reality. Most viral moments are built on invisible preparation, on dozens of videos that didn't perform, on lessons learned quietly, on improvements made gradually. And when everything finally aligns, it feels sudden, but it's actually the result of consistent evolution. And once you understand this, once you stop seeing virality as luck and start seeing it as a system of psychology, structure, and timing, you gain something far more valuable than a single viral video. You gain the ability to increase your chances, to design better content, to move closer, step by step, toward that moment where everything clicks. And when it does, you'll realize it was never random at all. If you want, next is Part 9. From Views to Subscribers. How to Turn Attention into a Loyal Audience. In the same ultra-cinematic style,